Welcome back to JMuddy93. I am Jeremy Warner. So today we are at Buck's Motorsports in Akron, New York, and they have a little something interesting that I wanted to actually check out. And on top of that too, they're the only ones that actually have one of these in the area. It's a 2025 Can Am Outlander 1000R XMR, so why don't we go check that out. Alright, so here it is. We have a 2025 Can Am Outlander 1000R XMR, and I will say, looking at it, it's quite the machine. We got 101 horsepower, and there's so many things to actually like about this machine. A lot of you know I have a 850 XMR. It's from 2018, and the differences between that and this here, it's just incredible. As you can see here, we have a single exhaust pipe back here, LED taillights. Also too, we got LED headlights like how the Defender has it, but kind of in reverse. This actually looks pretty cool. You got your winch up here. Depending on where you buy it, you have the synthetic winch rope on top. It's really not that loud, honestly. So now you kind of want to know why I'm showing you a Ski-Doo. Well, I kind of want to point out the handlebars on these things. If you notice how they're just tapered to go down here and tapered to go down over here, it's quite interesting on why the 2025 Outlanders are set up the same way. So the reason why I showed the taper handlebars there on the Ski-Doo is because on the brand new 2025 Outlanders XMRs, they come with the same tapered handlebars. I'll show you in a little bit of a close-up on how it actually looks. But what it's meant to do is when you're in the mud, if you notice on the back rack here, it's designed for the mud because that's how Osta Cruiser had its input. But it's designed so if you're stuck, you can actually lean over this way, or the same goes with the other side. You could lean over that way and you can easily get yourself out of the mud. I do want to mention the front bumper sticks out an extra 8 to 9 inches depending on how you measure it. Alright, so to actually access your front radiator, to get that all cleaned out, you have to pretty much just turn these two tabs, and the cover for the snorkels comes off. And then like your like the Renegade, you have your ITC modes with the intelligent engine braking mode. You have your front diff lock, your 4-wheel drive, the electronic throttle. You also too have the larger dash cluster. And then, because I was talking to a salesman a little bit before, but to get to your front radiator, let's do that. And once you have those pulled off, you can pull that rubber tab here, and you pretty much have full access to your whole radiator, which I think it's pretty incredible. They give you this much space to access the entire radiator so you can actually clean it off. It also makes it so too, if you ever wanted to powder coat things, change the color, you can easily unbolt it. So put this back together, you pretty much just pull, and it slides over a piece of plastic underneath here. And to put this cover back on, it's pretty much, you have these two slots here and here, and you just slide it in, what I'm figuring out now is you pretty much just slide. And you gotta push down a little bit on the front snorkel here. Well, this front snorkel cover. Lock one. And you lock the other, and it's pretty much sealed up and ready to go. Alright, so one other thing I like is how you have easier access to your engine. Pretty much all you do here is you just lift up the seat, you move this over, and pretty much this slides out. And right here is where you have your 101 horsepower Rotax motor. Now the 850 is pretty much the same motor. I'm told that they have slightly different cams, but right now we don't exactly know the differences between the 850 and the 1000 motor besides horsepower, with the 850 being detuned. But yeah, you have your gearbox connected up to your motor. And one thing I will point out is the gearbox and the engine are actually all one casting. And on top of that too, you have easy to shift gear lever, which honestly I think this is a game changer. So this here is the rear rack designed by Cruiser. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to pick up here on the rear rack, and then also too, you'll notice that there's a whole bunch of like textured plastic that's actually designed so if you actually want to pop up in the water, you can actually put your feet here and you can pull up on the machine and make it so you can easily do wheelies. And like the other side, on this side you can easily pop off this cover and you have full access to your P-drive clutch, which I'm not going to pull that off. Many other people have pulled off that clutch cover in their videos. I'm not going to do that. And then you have the XPS tire. In fact, my first impression of the XPS tire says it's kind of like an Assassinator in some kind of way. It's just a smaller version of the Assassinator, but it's also designed to have more center contact with the ground. But that's pretty much it. And then oh yeah, I forgot one other thing. You got the Showa shocks right here, and the LED headlights, which I don't know if, I wonder if this hit. Yep, it has the tabs here where if you actually squeeze, the headlight comes out. I'm not going to take the headlight out because it's not my machine. But yeah, this is pretty much a quick overview of the 1000R Outlander XMR, and I can say this, I am just really impressed with it. It's built more like a Honda, and maybe I'll have my hands on one of these in the near future. I'm not exactly sure. I gotta make sure that it's actually going to fit in my trailer with the Renegade first before I make that decision. But anyhow, if you can, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Also too, thank you Bucks again for letting me film this awesome machine and letting me take a look and talk to the guys and everything else. And a shout out to sorry, I gotta pull your card out, so make sure I say your name right. David Willmore, for letting me see this, and make sure you actually see him. In fact, he's over here waiting to give me a spec sheet. So, anyhow, stay tuned for the next video.